Imagine maps so ancient and precise that they challenge everything we think we know about history. Maps that show coastlines, continents, and cities long before humanity was supposed to discover them. Could these documents rewrite our understanding of civilization itself? Maps are more than just tools for navigation. They are windows into human knowledge, culture, and even secrets long forgotten. Throughout history, cartographers have tried to capture the world as they knew it, often relying on exploration, observation, and reports from travelers. But some maps defy logic. They depict coastlines, mountain ranges, and territories with astonishing accuracy, long before humanity was believed to have the means or knowledge to chart them. Take the Piri Reis Map, created in 1513 by the Ottoman admiral and cartographer. It shows the coast of South America with incredible detail, but what's truly astonishing is its depiction of Antarctica's coastline, ice-free and measured with striking precision, centuries before its official discovery. Scholars and historians remain baffled. How could Piri Reis or his sources have mapped the continent so accurately? What ancient knowledge or technology did they possess that has been lost to time? Then there are the ancient Babylonian and Chinese maps, some of which predate modern exploration. They display surprisingly accurate knowledge of rivers, mountains, and settlements. The Babylonian world map, for instance, depicts the world as a flat disk surrounded by water, but with recognizable geographical features, hinting at advanced observation and record-keeping that seems far ahead of its time. Meanwhile, Chinese maps from the Han Dynasty show coastlines and distances that suggest centuries of exploration, well before many regions were officially recorded in Western maps. Even more mysterious is the Oronce Finé Map of 1531, which shows a continent in the southern hemisphere remarkably similar to Antarctica, again centuries before it was officially discovered. The precision of these maps, combined with the historical timeline, suggests that there may have been ancient civilizations with knowledge far beyond what mainstream history admits. Some theorists propose that this knowledge was preserved, passed down, or rediscovered by later cultures, only to be largely forgotten or dismissed. Maps also reveal anomalies that challenge conventional history. For example, some medieval maps include islands or continents that do not exist today, or they depict landmasses in positions that contradict geological and historical records. Were these mistakes, myths, or remnants of lost civilizations whose knowledge of the world has been erased? Could ancient mariners, explorers, or scholars have recorded lands we have yet to fully understand? The more we study these maps, the more they suggest that our understanding of history is incomplete. They raise profound questions. Did ancient civilizations possess advanced navigational techniques? Did they have access to knowledge or technology now lost? Were there global networks of exploration and communication that predate what we have been taught? Maps are more than lines on parchment. They are messages from the past, encoded in ink and geography, waiting for us to decipher them. Every anomaly, every improbable coastline, and every unexplained feature challenges us to rethink the story of human discovery. They whisper of knowledge we may never fully recover, yet they compel us to look closer, question more, and imagine the truth beyond the accepted history. Some maps are more than just tools. They are riddles, holding secrets that could challenge everything we know about our past. They hint at knowledge lost, civilizations forgotten, and journeys that may have spanned the globe long before historians claim they did. Throughout history, countless maps have surfaced that leave researchers stunned. These are not ordinary maps made for travelers. They are blueprints of knowledge, often depicting landscapes, coastlines, and geographical features with astonishing accuracy, far beyond the cartographic abilities of their time. Some of these maps seem to suggest that ancient civilizations had a global understanding of the Earth, knowledge that modern scholars struggle to explain. One of the most puzzling is the Piri Reis Map, created in 1513. While its depiction of South America is remarkable, the map's most controversial aspect is its accurate representation of the Antarctic coastline, completely free of ice. Geologists confirm that such an ice-free Antarctica existed tens of thousands of years ago, long before humans were capable of reaching or surveying it. This raises a staggering possibility. The Piri Reis Map may have been based on even older source maps, possibly created by unknown civilizations whose advanced knowledge has been lost. How could such ancient societies have surveyed distant continents with precision, without modern tools or technology? Similarly, the Tabula Rogeriana, created in 1154 by Muhammad al-Idrisi, is one of the most detailed maps of the medieval world. Covering Europe, Asia, and parts of Africa, it is remarkably accurate for its time. Idrisi compiled information from travelers, explorers, and merchants, yet many features on his map were so precise that they only became verifiable centuries later. The question remains, how did he gather such precise measurements? Did he rely solely on human observation, or were there sources of knowledge now lost to history? The Oronce Finé Map of 1531 adds to the mystery. It depicts a massive southern continent, Antarctica, centuries before its official discovery, and with a coastline eerily accurate. Mainstream historians struggle to explain this without invoking ancient knowledge or forgotten sources. Some theorists propose that unknown civilizations, perhaps predating recorded history, explored these lands and passed down their knowledge. Could the remnants of these civilizations, their techniques, and their observations have been encoded in maps and preserved across centuries? Then there are maps that challenge geography itself. Some medieval maps show islands that do not exist today, coastlines that differ dramatically from modern charts, or regions labeled with strange names. Could these represent lands now submerged due to rising sea levels, or are they simply mythological? The Zeno map of the 14th century depicts parts of the North Atlantic and even hints at discoveries in the Americas long before Columbus. Skeptics dismiss it as legend, yet the precision of some features continues to puzzle historians. Even more astonishing are the ancient Chinese maps, some dating back over 2,000 years. These maps display surprisingly detailed coastlines, mountain ranges, and river systems. Scholars studying these artifacts are struck by their accuracy and consistency, especially given the limited technology of the time. Some propose that these maps were based on oral traditions, careful observation, and extensive surveying, but even the most sophisticated methods available then cannot fully account for the level of detail. The recurring pattern across these maps is undeniable. They suggest knowledge far ahead of their time. Whether it's the accurate positioning of continents, unexplored coastlines, or impossible topographical details, these maps hint at advanced surveying techniques, global exploration, and lost civilizations. Could humanity have possessed a level of geographic understanding that was lost through catastrophe or neglect? Were these maps mere copies of older, forgotten documents, perhaps originating from civilizations predating recorded history? Some researchers speculate that cataclysms, rising seas, earthquakes, or climate shifts may have wiped out advanced ancient societies, leaving only fragments of their knowledge in the form of maps, artifacts, and ruins. These maps, therefore, are not just historical records. They are the last whispers of civilizations that once understood the world in ways we can scarcely imagine. The implications are staggering. If even one of these maps preserves knowledge from a forgotten era, then our accepted timeline of exploration and human achievement could be incomplete or inaccurate. The idea that humans only began exploring distant continents in the late Middle Ages may be challenged by the evidence encoded in these maps. The world, as we know it, may have been charted, explored, and recorded long before history gave us credit. Maps are, in essence, time capsules of human understanding. They bridge the past and present, revealing not just geography but hints of science, technology, and global awareness previously unknown. And as we study them, they continue to ask questions. Who made these maps? How did they know what they did? And what other knowledge has humanity lost to time? Some maps do more than chart the Earth. They hint at lost civilizations, sunken continents, and knowledge far beyond what history admits. These maps are not just tools, they are provocations, challenging the very foundations of our understanding of the past. Across centuries, scholars and explorers have uncovered maps that defy explanation. Beyond Piri Reis and Oronce Finé, there exist maps that depict landmasses long vanished beneath the sea, coastlines in impossible positions, and islands that disappeared centuries ago. These maps suggest that human knowledge of the world may extend far beyond what conventional history allows. Consider the Zeno maps of the North Atlantic, created in the 14th century. They depict islands, straits, and coastlines in regions that were supposedly unexplored at the time. Some historians argue that the maps include parts of North America, decades before Columbus's voyage. Others suggest these charts represent ancient voyages from forgotten civilizations, transmitted orally or through lost manuscripts. If true, these maps hint at global exploration far earlier than history records. Then there are the Phaistos maps and mysterious Mediterranean charts, which show precise coastlines and islands that seem to vanish in modern geography. Could they be recording land now submerged due to rising seas? Geological studies suggest that parts of the Mediterranean basin were altered dramatically over millennia. If so, these maps are frozen snapshots of a world that no longer exists, preserving the memory of continents and islands lost beneath waves. The Oronce and Vinland maps are equally perplexing. The Vinland map, allegedly from the 15th century, depicts a part of North America, including areas that would later be settled by the Norse. Its authenticity is debated, but if genuine, it suggests that explorers documented these lands centuries before they entered mainstream European knowledge. Could there have been contacts between civilizations across oceans that history forgot? These maps may be evidence of such forgotten connections. Even ancient Asian maps contain mysteries. Maps from the Han Dynasty show detailed coastlines, rivers, and territories, many of which were supposedly unknown to the wider world. The precision of these charts implies extensive travel, measurement, and record-keeping, yet no detailed written explanations survive. Were these maps the product of highly organized survey teams, or did they preserve knowledge passed down from even older, now-lost civilizations? Some maps depict continents we now consider mythological. The idea of Lemuria or Mu, sunken continents in the Pacific and Indian Oceans, appears in various maps from the 16th to 19th centuries. While mainstream science dismisses them as fiction, their consistent depiction across cultures is intriguing. Could these represent fading memories of real civilizations swallowed by the ocean, or are they symbolic placeholders for lands that were rumored but never seen? The most fascinating aspect of these mysterious maps is that their accuracy often surpasses what conventional tools of the time could achieve. Consider the alignment of coastlines, the measurement of distances, and the depiction of mountains and rivers. How did ancient mapmakers accomplish this without aerial surveys, satellites, or GPS? Were these simply lucky guesses amplified by artistic interpretation, or were they preserving forgotten methods of surveying and observation? Maps like these are not just historical artifacts. They are time capsules and puzzles, hinting at a history that has been hidden, forgotten, or erased. They force us to question: did humanity once possess advanced geographic knowledge that was lost through natural disasters, wars, or the decline of civilizations? Were ancient explorers capable of global voyages long before recorded history gives them credit? Moreover, these maps invite speculation about unknown civilizations that may have existed and disappeared, leaving behind only fragments of their knowledge. Some theorists argue that maps like Piri Reis, Oronce Finé, and Vinland may be remnants of an ancient global network, where knowledge of continents, oceans, and coastlines was shared and preserved before being lost to time. If true, these maps challenge our understanding of discovery, technology, and human history itself. The enigma deepens when we consider that modern archaeology continues to uncover evidence that aligns eerily with these maps. Submerged cities, ancient ports, and coastal structures sometimes match features shown on centuries-old maps. These discoveries suggest that maps may hold the key to lost history, waiting for modern technology to decode their secrets. Maps are more than lines on parchment. They are echoes of human knowledge, whispers of forgotten civilizations, and keys to mysteries we are only beginning to understand. And when we study them closely, they challenge everything we think we know about history. The maps we've explored, the Piri Reis, Oronce Finé, Vinland, Zeno, and ancient Asian charts, suggest that humanity may have had a level of geographic understanding far beyond what history records. They hint at forgotten exploration, lost civilizations, and knowledge that was erased, ignored, or forgotten. The question is not just who made these maps, but what they truly reveal about the past. Some researchers argue that these maps are remnants of ancient global networks, in which knowledge of continents, oceans, and coastlines was preserved across civilizations. Could ancient mariners have crossed oceans long before the age of discovery? Could civilizations like the Indus Valley, ancient China, or unknown sunken continents have shared information across vast distances? The maps suggest it is possible. Other scholars caution that some maps may exaggerate or misinterpret real geography, combining observation with legend. Yet, even inaccuracy tells a story of curiosity, ambition, and the human desire to understand the world. When maps consistently depict features later confirmed by archaeology, geology, or exploration, the possibility that lost knowledge survived through maps becomes compelling. Beyond history, these maps teach us about human innovation, persistence, and curiosity. They remind us that knowledge can survive even when civilizations fail, disasters strike, or records are destroyed. They also challenge us to question the narratives handed down through textbooks. History is not static. It is a living puzzle, waiting for those curious enough to piece it together. For the viewer, these maps are an invitation. They ask you to look beyond the obvious, question accepted history, and explore the mysteries left behind by those who came before us. They remind us that the story of humanity is far richer and more complex than the simple rise and fall narrative often presented. Every map, artifact, and anomaly is a clue, a breadcrumb in the journey to understanding the unknown. Here's how you can engage with this mystery today. Hit the like button if these maps made you question everything you know about human history. Subscribe and turn on notifications to explore more hidden knowledge, lost civilizations, and secrets history didn't tell us. Comment below with your theory. Which ancient map fascinates you the most? Do you believe some maps hold knowledge of civilizations lost to time? Remember, these maps are not just relics. They are bridges between what we know and what we have yet to discover. They challenge us to reconsider the story of humanity, to imagine explorers sailing before Columbus, to visualize civilizations that vanished but left clues behind. They compel us to continue searching, questioning, and uncovering the truths that history has obscured. The lesson is clear. Knowledge is fragile, history is layered, and curiosity is eternal. And the maps? They are our invitation to follow the paths of those who came before, to explore worlds forgotten, and to rewrite the story of human history, one discovery at a time.